And we are live. Good afternoon. It's afternoon in the UK. Good evening, good morning from wherever you're watching us from and where you'll be watching us from later on. My name is Fumi. This is my page and welcome to FO Chats. FO Chats is where we talk everything digital business. I mean this digital business. And today I have the pleasure of bringing another of my business partner all the way from Canada, and it's Joiz. Joiz, the floor is yours. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who Joiz is.
Thank you, Funmi. Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me here. My name is Joiz Mago. I am from Ontario, Canada, originally from the Philippines. And I'm excited to be here because, like Funmi, I am a digital business owner. I am a mom. I'm a police wife. So let's get this started. I'm excited.
Thank you so much, Joiz, for joining us. I'm really, really excited having you. Every now and again, bring different people from different parts of the world, to let you know this business is not only global, it's not just something that, one or two people are into. It's a serious, serious thing. And we always want to, inform you as much as possible. Today, Joiz will be telling us about her journey. We'll be going along with Joiz on her journey so far. So the first thing I'm going to ask Joiz, why are you here? What inspired your business? Why digital business?
Yeah. So actually, I started this 2 years ago now, and back then, my youngest daughter was still at home, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so I wanted to contribute financially. It's hard to have just one income in the family because, well, first of all, the budget is smaller, but second, and more importantly for me, was that the relationship was imbalance. Like I felt like I had more to offer, but because I'm not bringing in my own money, like I don't have my own voice. So during that time, I wanted to get a job, but then I didn't want to spend all my money on daycare because here it's really expensive for childcare. So what inspired me in the beginning was seeing an ad from someone that is similar to me because she was also a mom in Canada, also had two kids, but she was talking about retiring before she was 40 because she was earning five figures a month. I said, what the heck is this? What is, if she can do it, maybe it's something I can do too. So I think the biggest thing that inspired me was the community because coming in, maybe you can relate, Funmila. It's like you're inspired to dream again. It's like I allowed myself to have goals again, and I said, like, let's get this started because I can't wait around. Like nobody's gonna come save me. Like I gotta do something for myself. So how has my journey evolved? I guess we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, because the truth of the matter is this one business I have come across that has given people hope again. Just like you said, the community is amazing. And it's not just that, it's just the fact that, it has given so many moms, for example, that that just has thought to themselves, the only thing I can do is be a stay-at-home mom. And this business has really, really changed lives, particularly of those kind of moms that feel, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I can't do anything. I can't go out. Like you said, childcare is through the roof, even in the UK as well. It's through the roof. So you have to weigh your options. Should I go in? Should I go in and then bring the money to a child carer? Those are the things that a lot of moms are struggling with. And it's so, so important that, this business, it stands out. It changes it has changed lives and it's still changing lives of so many moms like that had all resulted to the fact that, they have to rely on one income. But this is not the case anymore. It's like this business is changing lives.
We have options. We have options now. So yeah.
So it's so incredible, and that's one thing I take my hats off to. I resonate so much with what you just said about even the fact that you wanted to do something, you want it, and it helps you find yourself as well. As a mom, sometimes you just think. I had a friend a while ago. She said, her daughters went to uni, and she said, I don't have I don't have a purpose for life anymore. And I'm like, what do you
Who am
mean?
I? Yeah.
Yeah, because all she does was school run, and even at that uni level, she will travel down, take things for them, and all that. And all of a sudden, the two of them are now in uni, and she's saying, "I have no purpose for my life." But when you have a business like this, you meet other people, people of like minds. Like you said, it was somebody that whose ad you saw, same
Mhm,
mom like you, was a stay-at-home mom, yet she's earning. And
mhm.
those are the things that inspire others to do the same.
Exactly.
That's so, so good. Yeah. So we're going to talk about your involving as
My
well. You know,
journey.
what, how has this, has it changed things for you? Because I know definitely it has changed things for you. If not, you won't be here two
Mm,
years down the line.
yeah, I think one of the biggest things I noticed was my change in my mindset. Back then, I would think small, like
Hmm.
I didn't have that abundance mindset or a growth mindset, or even like shifting from employee to entrepreneur, right? It's I found that in the last couple of years I've really been pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and it's something that I can be proud of, because like you said, when you are, a mom, a lot of us get that identity tied to our
Yeah.
children or to our household or to our spouse, and then we forget like who was I before then. So this has really allowed me to be more expressive of my own self and just have something purposeful to
Yeah.
do.
That's so, so true. I'm so glad you said that. And, if we talk about evolving, obviously it must be rewarding.
Mhm.
If you're not, if it's not rewarding, you won't still be here 2 years. So I'm going to ask you, what's the most rewarding moment of your life on this journey so far?
That's a good question. You know that feeling like when you were a kid and like you don't, what would I be when I grow up? So for a long time, I was like that because I've been all kinds. I've been in all different careers. Like I was a call center agent. And then I moved to the Middle East and I was an international flight attendant. And then when I moved to Canada, I went back to school. I became a licensed practical nurse. So really like, and then I went back again to school to become an admin assistant. So all this to say, I've been trying to find where do I belong? Like what am I meant to do? So I think the most rewarding thing for me so far is being able to help others and be that mentor. That I think that's what I really wanted to be before, like just sharing yourself and sharing your gifts and being able to empower other people. To
Yeah.
me, that's so important and it's very fulfilling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm grateful that I found this business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so, so amazing how many routes, many of us have been through before finding this business. And I guess, this business just gives you that fulfillment, like you said, that fulfillment of you being able to do something, not
Yeah.
just for yourself, but for others as well, because as you bring others, to learn more about this business, it's very rewarding,
Yeah.
and we can't quantify the monetary aspect of this business as well, which is something that is at the end of the day, you will still get something in your pocket towards this business. But for much more than the money, I think for most of us is that it's just that fulfillment. You can get up and do what you want, when you want, how you want.
Right. The flexibility. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Mhm.
So those kind of moments, I think you just think it gives a smile to your face. For someone like me, I'm looking to retire early, and the fact that you look and say retirement is real,
Mhm.
for me now, it's. I mean, I tell you, I wasn't thinking like this earlier last year because I was still, thinking, my God, 15 years more for me to give to this, to my current, what I do on the main side, and yet stumbling across this business, it's just changed everything, and that's the most rewarding thing, for most of us, is that it gives you that sense of hope, that sense
Yes,
of,
I was about to say, yeah. It's
the
exciting.
reality. It gets done on you that, man, this is my life now. You understand?
There you
It's
go.
really, really good. Yes. Thank you for that, Joiz. And then she said, we're going to look into how what motivates you, because I know many people will be like, oh yeah, they're saying so many things, everything is rosy, rosy. Oh, I've
Yeah.
never encountered something, this is and that. But
Mhm.
my question is, what gives you, keeps you motivated?
Mhm.
Those challenging times, because like any business, there
Yeah.
is always a challenge at some point.
Absolutely. Like we gotta be real here. Like this is not a get rich quick thing, like this is an actual legitimate business. And with that comes, like challenges, because that's how life works. So I think it's unrealistic to say, oh, it's all good things, or oh, they're just rolling around in money. The
Yeah.
whole point of it is that you learn something from those challenges. So when it comes to staying motivated, okay, I am a work in progress with this, because I don't have any background in business or social media marketing or anything like that. So what I do is that I really stay plugged in. Like I go back to our community, to our support, to our masterminds. I also listen to a lot of uplifting audiobooks or YouTube videos on motivation or law of attraction, gratitude, and all that. Because if I don't, then that's when the negative, voices start to become louder.
Mm,
I it really it really is important to me to be in touch with my accountability partners as well. So I think that's a big part of it to help me stay motivated. And I don't know, like that feeling like you have a low vibration and you can't get many things done. So what I do is that instead of forcing myself to do something, I try to tune in first and see if I can get my mood a little bit higher, a little
mm,
bit higher, and then the action becomes so much easier.
yeah.
When you're in that flow state, you get more things done instead of when you're like in a negative resistant state. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's so hard to get things like going. So yeah,
Yeah.
hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it really makes sense, because something has to occupy your mind at the end of the day. It's either a negative force or a positive force. And that's one thing people should realize, that if you don't occupy your mind with something positive, it's the only other thing is the negative thoughts. There's no in between, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
You are either for or against, and that's what's the mindset is all about, the battle of the mind. And that's one thing that is so important in this business, that you have to have a positive mindset. Will there be challenges? Of course, like any other thing, even in your present, whatever it is you're doing right now, you are still facing challenges. You will have the challenges of workload at work. They're demanding, they're telling you to close later, and those challenges will come, and these are true life challenges. And in as much as it might not come in the same manner as a digital business owner, like you rightly said, but you still have to fill your mind with positive things.
Yeah.
Whether it's like saying you are going to read a book, videos and things, like you said, just make sure you keep at it and don't let things get you down. It's life.
Yeah.
Things will happen,
Mhm.
in this business, and you will think, oh my god, do I throw in the towel? Do I? No. What you need to do is to keep at it.
Yeah.
When you ask most of these top, people in the world now, people like, people that owns the like Virgin and all these high businessmen, they will tell you, men and women, they will tell you Rome wasn't built in a day. Did they come across challenges? Of course they did. That's why they're where they are,
Mhm.
because it's only the quitters that, become victorious in the end. And that's why you have so much story to tell, because you've been through something, you've come through something. The same way we look at gold. When you dig up gold, those that dug that gold up the first time will tell you it wasn't as shiny as that when they dug it up. It was much more than, it was so dirty. It has to go through so many processes before eventually it became that. So yes, I quite agree that you have to fill your minds with all the, mind, the training we get as well, that helps you keep you motivated. And that's one thing I love about this job. You are this business, you are never alone.
Yep.
There's a community around you. You talked about your business, your accountability partners. There's always someone to check up on you and say, girl, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You said you will do X, Y, and Z, and you are not doing it yet. So these are the things that keep, it's so amazing that, you have all these things that help you keep, motivated, because challenges are part of life. Let us not see challenges as a closed door, but
Mm-hmm.
as, as part of our lives. And what do we do with it is what determines, where we end up being. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much for that, Joyce. And lastly, I'm going to ask, what I'm going to ask? What advice would you give to someone starting today?
Whoa. First of all, big congratulations. Huge congratulations for getting started, because this is a big deal. Like I mentioned earlier, this isn't an overnight thing, the get rich quick. Absolutely not. This is the, I can't even put it into words, because it is the start. It is the beginning of your brighter, like future. Because let's face it, you've started your business, you've seen the compensation plan, it's out there. So what differentiates us from those people who have achieved incredible results from the business? We are the younger people. So let's get at the very beginning, let's put our mindset straight, that you have to dig deep and recognize that you have this greatness in you, just waiting to come out, like you know that you're meant for so much more. So use this business as a vehicle to get you from this point to that point in the future, where your dreams are already fulfilled. Okay, and the other thing
Mm,
is, do the training, rely on the training, because it's already there step by step for us. Be coachable. You know so we're lucky, because so many leaders in our community have already pooled and shared their knowledge for us. They're already leading the way. So all we need to do, is apply our own flavor, our own branding to our own business, and we can get there to where they are. So yeah, my last thing to say on that is that we just need to focus on helping one person at a time. Like, we don't have to be everyone, like everybody to everybody, like we just have to focus on that. Who's that one person that we're helping? Help that person today, and you're good.
yeah,
That's It's just keep going, keep going.
yeah. Thank you so much, Joyce. Thank you so much. Yes, that's a very, very good advice for someone who started just today. But let's look at those that are still looking, those sitting on the fence. What would you say to them?
To the fence sitters, oh my gosh, get off the fence. um no one is there to save you, right? Like
Mm,
we are here because we want to make more out of ourselves. It's not like your mentor will, the other people will not do your business for you. But I also must say, like, just make a decision. It's a yes or
mm,
no. If it's no, move on to something that will give you pleasure and like
mm.
fulfillment in life. Don't
Yeah,
worry. Like, if this business is not for you, that's fine. Just find something else that's more suitable. But
yeah,
if you resonate with the business and you've watched the videos and you're following people in the business, take the leap, because there's nothing for you to lose. Like, especially if you haven't even joined the community yet, right? Like, I don't know if you want to talk about that. Like, it
yeah.
once you get into our membership, which is just a one-time fee, then you'll know what it is. And then if you
Mhm.
don't like it, you ask for a refund. So yeah, I'll let you mention it.
Yeah. You're right, Joyce. Thank you so much. There's nothing to lose. I always say, you by this time next year, are you going to look back and say, "Oh, I heard those two ladies rambling on the other day"? Probably only if I had known. But this is that time for you. This time to take that leap of faith. There's no point sitting on the fence. For me, I don't know. It's a no-brainer because, like you said, the joining fee is a one-time thing. And once you've done the joining fee, I tell you, you have 30 days to get your money back. You can come look around and say, well, look at all these things they're saying. It's not for me. You will get your money back. No questions asked. And we're talking of peanuts here, because for a family of 4, that's not even a lunchtime. If you go to a good restaurant, you guys will just, finish that 149 in one, and it's dollars. For those of us in UK, it's even less than that.
Yeah.
So that's something you need to think about, and you ask yourself, if $149 would change my life.
That's so true. I went to the grocery. It's not even enough.
Because sometimes you check I'm somebody, I don't check my receipts. But these days, you check your receipts and say, maybe they made a mistake. Did they add the next person behind me shopping to mine? That's why this bill is this much. So what are we talking about? 149 is going to change your life. Are you just going to let this pass you by? And then, you will never know. But if you come, check it out, and it's not for you, then that's a different case. You can always see our website. You will see Joi's one as well later on her page. You will see it, and you can, whichever one of us, that resonates with you, you can always reach out, put your name and best email on our website in our bio, and we are happy to connect with you. Because this time next year, we want to both be celebrating with you, saying, you remember that, that rambling you ladies did? That was what got me here. So
that just gave me a vision. Let's make it happen. I bet you, we just need to reach the right people to work,
yes,
to get in touch with, and then that's it. That's the start of it. So yeah, I bet you next year there's somebody they'll be like,
I saw the two of you, but I didn't take you serious. But I just thought, being nosy, yes, come and be nosy. Just come and check it out, and it will really help you. So thank you so much, Joiz. I really, really appreciate our chat this afternoon. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Like I said, we are real life people, all the way from Canada. Joiz is there, and I'm here in the UK. And this is what, this business is not just when we're not in competition with each other. Rather, we are helping each other, building each other up. That's why Joiz can come on my page. I can go on her page, and we help build each other up. So this is one thing I will leave with you today. Still thinking about it, do something about it. If you just keep thinking, if you do nothing, nothing happens. Basically, that's it. So thank you so much. Until we come back your way again next time, FO Chats will be signing off. And Joiz, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks everyone for watching.
All right. Thank you now. Bye-bye now.